Today we start the series with one of the most famous pirates in history. After the increase in the size of the European colonies, the golden age of the maritime piracy began, especially in the 16th and the 17th centuries. Sea piracy was reserved for men, and many of them became world famous, such as the Blackbeard, the Barbarossa brothers, Francis Drake, and Black Bart. Bartholomew Roberts, one of the makers of the history of maritime piracy, a shining name in the history of piracy and later known as Black Bart. He was referred to in the piracy profession as the Great Pirate, and he was the first to adopt the skull and crossbones emblem as the flag of pirate ships. Roberts was born in Wales and began his work at sea on board of a slave ship named the Princess. When the Princess docked on the western coast of Africa, it was attacked by a pirate ship led by Captain Howell Davis, and then he forced Roberts to work as a pirate. Captain Davis discovered that Roberts had a good experience in navigation, in addition to his strong personality, which helped him a lot to become close to Captain Davis, especially since they were both Welsh. In one of the pirate adventures, Captain Davis' ship was ambushed after discovering his attempt to capture the governor of the Principe Island, and in a confrontation with the Portuguese forces on the island, Captain Davis was killed. After this accident, Bartholomew Roberts was elected as the captain of the ship in a democratic manner, as was the case amongst pirates. Roberts's first action was to avenge the death of Captain Davis, so he returned with his crew to the island of Principe and attacked it at night, killing too many people there and plundered the valuable things and ran away with his crew. Roberts gained more from this adventure than gold and money, and while maintaining democratic decision-making, he gained the trust and loyalty of his crew. After finishing the task of avenging, there were two choices heading to East India or Brazil, so the crew chose to go to Brazil, which was accepted by Roberts. Off the coast of Brazil, Roberts and his crew succeeded in capturing the Sagrada Familia, one of the richest ships in the Portuguese fleet. Sagrada Familia contained 40 cannons and 40,000 pieces of gold and jewelry that belonged to the King of Portugal, in addition to a golden cross studded with diamonds. Roberts left his ship in the custody of his assistant Kennedy and set off with a number of his sailors. Upon his return, he discovered the betrayal of Kennedy, who had departed with his ship and the spoils of his previous adventures. A new chapter of the piracy history has been written. The crew and their captain renamed the new ship as Fortune and created the law or the code of piracy, which became the regulation for the piracy world. The French pirate Montagny La Palisse with his crew and ship Sea King joined Roberts in one of his adventures when they aimed to loot the Barbados Island, but they witnessed with strong resistance. During the attack on Barbados Island, the Sea King fled away, and Fortune suffered serious damage. Immediately, Roberts took his ship into Dominicans to fix it and treat the injured. After his men repaired Fortune, Roberts headed north, invaded a number of ports and captured more than 20 merchant ships and more than 150 fish boats. The name of Roberts became terrifying for everyone. In that period, the strength of the ships was measured by the number of masts and sails, in addition to the numbers of cannons on board of the ship. With Roberts expanding his piracy operation, it became a must to upgrade his ship, so he chose a powerful ship from one of the French fleet that he captured and equipped it with 26 cannons and called it Good Fortune. Roberts continued his piracy adventures and became the great pirate who captured 400 ships, and with a great fleet and very powerful ship upgraded for the second time to become the Royal Fortune. In 1722. Bartholomew Roberts was killed by a bullet in his throat during the Battle of Cape Lopez with the Admiral of the English Navy Captain Chaloner Ogle. His men wrapped his body in his ship sail and threw him into the sea according to his will. Bartholomew passed away, leaving a fortune estimated at $30 million and inheritance of the laws that regulated the lives of pirates, and the adventures of the great pirate ended. Follow and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell button to receive the rest of the interesting series of pirate adventures.